In a small provincial town, hidden among forests, there was an antique shop called Old Secrets. The shop was owned by an elderly woman named Mila, who had spent her whole life collecting ancient artifacts from various corners of the world. But her collection was not only notable for the rarity of the items, but also for their unusual stories. Among numerous photographs, figurines, and vintage furniture, one doll stood out, a doll with crimson lips and glassy, seemingly lifeless eyes. Her name was Lily. Lily was known in the town not only for her unusual beauty, but also for the rumors of a curse that lay upon her. It was said that the doll was created in the early 20th century by a craftsman who went insane and began using human hair to make her. Anyone who tried to take Lily from the shop was met with a series of misfortunes and tragedies. Despite this, the doll attracted attention. One day during a fierce storm, a young woman named Anna entered the shop. She was looking for something special for her granddaughter, and upon seeing Lily, could not resist. Ignoring Mila's warnings, Anna decided to buy the doll, believing that superstitions were merely fairy tales. During the first few days after the purchase, Lily brought nothing but joy. Anna's granddaughter, little Nastya, was thrilled with her new toy. She spent hours playing with the doll, wrapping her in blankets, and even talking to her, while Anna only smiled. But soon strange things began to happen in Anna's life. First, the ceiling in one of the rooms collapsed. Then Nastya began having terrible nightmares. She screamed in her sleep and begged for help. Anna tried to comfort the girl, but soon started experiencing inexplicable fears herself. She felt that the doll was moving. Every time she entered Nastya's room, Lily was sitting in a different position, even though Anna was certain she had left her in place. One night, when the wind howled outside, Anna woke up to a strange rustling sound. It seemed to her that she heard a faint voice. Listening closely, she realized it was Nastya, who was whispering, sitting on her bed. A terrible premonition gripped the mother as the girl spoke. Lily said she wants to play in fear. Anna approached her daughter and asked what she meant. Nastya looked at her with a serious expression and said, "Lily knows secrets. She says you must not touch her." At that moment, Anna felt a chill run down her spine. She had never told Nastya about the rumors surrounding the doll. Something was terribly wrong. Thoughts swirled in her mind, and she began to fear that perhaps the doll truly was cursed. The next day, Anna decided to return Lily to the shop. She gathered the doll, trying to remain calm and logical. As she stepped outside, the old Mila appeared at the open door. "I knew you would return," she said, with an almost eerie expression, as if she wasn't even surprised. "She does not belong with you. Lily chooses whom to belong to." Deciding it was better not to argue with the woman, Anna simply left the doll in the shop and left with a lighter heart. But something inside her continued to gnaw. She often thought about Nastya and how it had come to pass that their lives had turned into a nightmare. She didn't even notice how a week went by, and her daughter began to suffer from nightmares again. On one of those nights, Anna was awakened by Nastya's scream. She rushed into her daughter's room and, upon opening the door, saw her pressed against the wall with wide-open eyes. "Lily came for me," the girl screamed, pointing at the doll, which seemed to have reappeared in her room. Anna, horrified, looked at her daughter and realized that she had left the doll in the shop, and with terror, understood that Lily was back with them. Every night, the doll returned, and each time it resulted in another nightmare for Nastya. Anna, not knowing what to think, began to search for information about Lily. She discovered that many people who had tried to get rid of the doll had fallen victim to accidents, and some even disappeared. Then Anna decided to take action. She recalled that there were items in the shop that, according to rumors, helped to rid oneself of evil. She found an antique amulet and candles, everything that might help stop Lily. That night, when everyone was asleep, Anna began the ritual. She placed candles around herself, lit them, and recited words whispered by old books. But the dark presence of the doll was not dormant. Suddenly, Lily stopped being just a doll. She began to twitch, as if alive, and black tears flowed from her eyes. With horror, Anna realized that the curse was animating the doll, giving her human-like traits, and in that moment remembered Mila's words about the doll choosing. She needed not just to rid herself of Lily, but to bring back Nastya. An enormous shadow loomed over her, and a sinister laughter echoed in the air. Lily sprang to her feet, her eyes shining with dark light. Gathering all her courage, Anna shouted, "Give me back my daughter." In that moment, the candles extinguished, and the room plunged into complete darkness. Lily screeched and lunged at Anna, but she managed to grab the amulet and threw it to the floor. Suddenly, there was a deafening crash, and light filled the room again. Lily shrieked, disappearing in a whirlwind of light. Through the chaos, Anna heard a familiar voice. "Mom." She turned and saw Nastya standing in the doorway with an innocent expression on her face. Anna rushed to her daughter, embraced her, and wept with joy. The next morning, as the sun rose over the town, Anna went back to the old secrets shop. Mila met her at the door. "Did you find a way to get rid of her?" she asked. "Yes, I got my daughter back," Anna replied with determination. "Wonderful," Mila agreed, but her eyes glinted with a hidden fear. "But remember, you have only postponed the curse. Lily will find a way to return." From that day on, Anna and Nastya tried to live a normal life, but Lily remained in their hearts as a reminder of what they had narrowly escaped. Sometimes Nastya would whisper that she could hear her voice, and Anna always kept a watchful eye on her daughter, hoping that the curse would not return again. Time passed, but Lily had her own memory, and cursed dolls never forget their victims.